submit, or be destroyed.
Destroy.
On today's episode of Two Daddies Judging Baddies, we're doing viewer submissions.
We got some tasty little morsels here.
It's such an easy episode.
Well, yeah, because we didn't have to find the stories.
Saying the quiet part out loud. If you guys send us the juiciest fucking stories, boy, that's less Mike and Dylan have to work. Oh, God.
And you get the juiciest fucking stories.
Yeah, and you get just bangers. You get bangers. You know how disheartening it is for us to sit there and fucking scour Reddit for hours to get these stories together, and then listeners are just like, here you go, numbskulls.
You seen this one?
Yeah, you seen this one yet? You seen this one, fat boy? Huh? You fucking seen this one, Mike? Mike hasn't read this one. Fucking read it, dude. Read it, big boy.
Today on Two Daddies Judge Baddies, we have the viewer submissions, and then we also have our nice guy segment, Gabriel, Return of Gabriel, remember?
Gabe's coming back again.
He is. And they are going to go over, he brought a friend.
Oh, did he?
Yep. That's a woman.
Oh.
Dylan's going to play the part of our woman, okay?
Just so you know, I've infiltrated the Illuminati.
He listened to one of them trans books, or them when the trans people read the stories, and then he caught it. Yeah. He fucking caught it like a virus. He's going to read the woman part to Gabriel's nice guy in the text messages. Gabriel finds nothing that this guy did wrong.
No, he's just a Casanova.
He's just a Casanova trying to swoon a lady whose partner may not have died a month prior. Who cares, okay?
Two daddies. Judging baddies.
We're going to get to our first submission. The name, Nobody. The title, Time I Maybe Sold My Soul to the Devil.
Were you playing fiddle?
That's what I'm saying. Did you go to a crossroad in Louisiana? You never go to a crossroad in Louisiana.
And if you're going to play the fiddle, you need to play it hot and beat that devil so you can keep your soul.
That's right. And then you get a golden fiddle from it too. Yeah. That's fucking dope.
And then you just kick it back to the devil because you don't want that damn golden fiddle.
Right. But imagine you think you're that good, but you're really not that good. Or the devil just like fucking busts. I mean, he busts out a whole band and still lost.
Yeah. But I mean, you're just that good of a fiddle player. I mean, it could be.
Give the devil his due.
Could be like the Tenacious D thing, though, where you forget the greatest song in the world. You know, you played it. It was great, but you can't remember how to play it.
Right. Yeah. How the fuck did that go?
Yeah. This is not the greatest song in the world.
I love metal. There's just no way that we can win. That was a masterpiece. He rocks too hard because he's not a mortal man. Oh, I love that. I still, to this day, love Tenacious D.
Mm-hmm.
And then Rotten Tomatoes will be like, fucking 12, it sucked. And I'm like, fuck you, Rotten Tomatoes. You don't know when a movie's just fun. I was wrong about Begonia, too. I don't know if I ever spoke about that. Begonia was not the movie. It's actually highly rated, and I think I'm going to watch it tonight.
It's a good movie.
I think I'm going to watch it tonight. I think it was literally just some neckbeards posting about Emma Stone saying she got a Razzie because I looked up Begonia finally and it has high ratings and people are saying it's good. So I'm going to watch it.
I think everybody involved did a pretty good job.
I know this sounds absolutely ridiculous. And to this day, I'm still not sure what actually happened, but my OCD brain at least tells me that I sold my soul to the devil. I don't believe in God nor the devil. Okay. This sounds like a medical condition. Once upon a time, I was 19. My best friend at the time, I don't know if that matters, but he was gay, so no sexual shit. You ain't got to put that. If you tell me your best friend was gay, I'm not going to assume you had sex with your best friend. I'm going to assume they were just a friend to you.
Well, I think it's because it's a girl saying that she was hanging out with a guy that was her best friend, and he was gay.
So but he was gay. Okay,
didn't do sexual shit.
Yeah, you can have friends of the opposite sex. You can have gay friends that don't want to have sex with you. My gay friends want to have sex with me because I'm a delicious specimen, okay? And I understand that, so I fought them to no degree. That actually is a lie. We have a very pressing issue on that, so if you listen to this podcast, please God, don't fucking send me sexual stuff. Look, as I was telling that, Dylan was just like, "You sure about that, Mike? You sure? You know, you're okay with it?" But my best friend at the time was heavily into LSD and convinced me to take it for the first time. Everything was fine. Everything was great. It was honestly amazing. And the second time, not so much. Me and him were alone at his parents' house. The night was fine. We went to the park in the neighborhood. We had an absolutely amazing time, and then we got back to his house, and suddenly he was stuck in some kind of weird loop. This was at the time where the game Among Us was very popular, and we used to play it all the time, even when we were sober, and turned on his favorite show, which was Rick and Morty. This does sound like a fun night, though. We would watch the show for maybe 10 minutes, and then he would ask to play Among Us, and then maybe 10 minutes later, he would want to go paint, and then do the same cycle for hours, and it was every 10 minutes he was switching from what he wanted to do and saying the exact same things over and over and over. That would fuck with me. I'd be like, what's happening? It's Groundhog Day. Eventually, we went to sleep, woke up in the morning, everything was fine. I went back to my apartment. On the way back to my apartment, it kind of felt like I was starting to trip again. I got back to my apartment as my roommate was leaving for work, and she was like, oh, how was the trip? And I said it was fine, whatever. And then I got back into the apartment, and I was alone. Neither of my roommates were home. I was watching TV and just chilling for a while, and then all of a sudden, the show I was watching started to act like it was talking to me. I started to freak out, so I went into my closet to smoke, which was normal at the time after I finished smoking. I remember texting my boyfriend at the time because he had just woken up, and then the next thing I remember is hearing some kind of weird chant, and it was basically, oops, you died, find out what happens, or sell your soul. And then that played in my brain so many times. Something was screaming at me to call my dad, but I never did. And eventually I just decided I was panicking, so I left the closet, and all I remember is trying to watch a TV show, and the TV show was basically telling me to sign a contract. Eventually, I'm so freaked out, I just take my phone out and I pretend to sign it, and that's it. Now you fucked up. You fucked up. You fucked up now. After that, I completely stopped freaking out. I completely stopped feeling weird, and now I'm here years later, and I still think about that. So maybe I signed my soul to the devil, and I don't believe in the devil, but who knows? Anyways, I have a story kind of like this, but with no drugs. I call the pineapple story. If you want that, let me know. Love the podcast. Y'all are so funny. Daddy Dylan and Mommy Mike. How am I the mommy of the podcast? But
We already
also,
went through that.
I didn't think this was like they came up with the story.
We went through that at the Walmart earlier when we were helping Gabriel get his hat.
We did. Every time we go to a store, Dylan pays for the stuff with his business credit card because I don't know where mine is. So it's like,
I'm the dad.
yeah, I'm getting the stuff and Dylan's buying it for me. And I said, next time I'm just going to hug you from behind while you're buying the stuff. But yeah, no, you can't sign your soul over to the devil unless it's something that you want, unless you're getting something that you want. There's no situation like, if a loved one was dying, you can't sign your soul to the devil. Like, he can't be like, I'm gonna save. He can't do that. And it's not in his wheelhouse of things that he could save. Okay. And then you have to receive something. Like, he can't put you in a state of fear and say that I can take this fear away if you sign your soul over. Like, you can't give your kid cancer and then say, that's not in his wheelhouse. It has to be something you specifically want.
Is that what it says in the current rendition of the Bible?
No.
Well, that's just your theory on it then?
No, that's my knowledge of what it is.
From what?
Knowledge of
From
what
what?
it is.
From what, though? Like, how do you know
From
this?
just knowing stuff.
From just
From just-
knowing.
From just knowing, yeah. From just knowing. I know what it is. I know how it works.
So you've had that conversation with the devil before?
Never talk to the devil, okay? Never talk to God or the devil.
God talks to a lot of people. Why is he not talking to you?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
This,
I talk to God, but he has not, dear God, I wrote you, but you ain't been calling, so.
this is from Alejandro.
Alejandro.
This is his story. This guy, this is from Today I Fucked Up. This guy sure dodged a bullet. Dear Mike and Dylan, thanks for all the entertainment y'all provide for us. My girlfriend and I love listening to MADHD on long drives. Sucks y'all will be cutting down to 4 episodes a week, but look forward to longer episodes. We did that. On
You got one of
Tuesdays.
those, yeah.
I don't know that this one's going to hit 2 hours, but we'll try. Anyway, here's a pretty funny Today I Fucked Up I found. Today I fucked up by allowing my coworker to set me up. I allowed one of my coworkers to set me up with her friend. The picture she showed me of her made me think the following. 1, attractive. Check. 2, loves dogs. Check. 3, gamer. Check. 4, Employed. Check. 5. Works out. Check. 5 pretty good features there. The friend ticked enough boxes for me. However, after meeting her in person, I became aware of the following. Number 1. She's had several cosmetic surgeries from top to bottom, and she was talking about saving money for at least several follow-up surgeries to fix this and that, including breast enlargement. She said she was low-key hoping I was a gentleman who's willing to pay for our date because she recently spent I don't know how much on bleaching her butthole. I did my best not to judge, but damn, I never expected to hear the word butthole during the first 30 minutes of meeting someone.
That's a good date if you hear him butthole already. Like,
Yeah. Can I see it?
Yeah, right. I want to say, what does that look like? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm.
You got before and afters? Like,
No, I don't need the before. I just want to see the after. I want to see what it looks like now. Yeah. Yeah, I want to get breasts.
does it taste different?
Yeah.
Is it seasoned?
Let me be the judge.
Number 2. She believed her dog was the reincarnation of her dead cat because her dog apparently meows in his sleep the same way her cat used to meow.
That's a skinwalker. So, see, this is where we talk about, this is where the devil comes in. See, because her cat died and she missed her cat so much that she put this false thing onto her dog, it has now transformed it into something that has never walked the earth. That's how you make a demon, dude.
By missing her cat, she made a demon dog.
Mm-hmm. She believed so hard that this dog was the reincarnation of her cat. Now it's something else. So it's just best to enjoy one night and see that bleach butthole and then go on about your business.
Well, that's my thing. Yeah. I mean,
Because
you're already there.
if not, in 20 years, you can be dating Mickey Rourke.
All right. So number 3, she lost all interest in gaming when she caught her boyfriend masturbating while playing Tomb Raider, which apparently happened more than enough times for her to get, quote, the ick and eventually dump his ass. She bragged about breaking up with him after peeing all over his PlayStation.
Enjoy one night and then get out.
Number 4, she still lives with her GOONER ex-boyfriend, who's also her business partner. Get a hotel room.
One night, have her pee on you like that PlayStation. Treat me like a PlayStation. And then get out.
Get that bleach butthole over here.
Right.
All right. Number 5. She experiences panic attacks when gyms have too many attractive people, so she gyms at home whenever her GOONER gamer ex-boyfriend is not around because he's a fucking GOONER. Yeah. He said he was like, nope, didn't. And everybody in the comments was like, you didn't even like at least try to see the bleach butthole?
Right. Yeah. Like,
I mean, she set you up right there of
a great night. That is, and here's the thing too, because she's probably low key crazy. I'm sorry I was so far away from the mic, I was stretching, but she's probably low key crazy. So just go in, dude. Fucking, it's an experience. That's what life is about, is experiences. And you have an opportunity to experience bleach butthole, demon
peed
dog.
on,
Yeah.
get peed on.
And look, to each their own. Some people like that. Who knows? Not Mike. Is it Mike? Who knows? Nobody knows. Maybe
Not
a little
Mike,
bit.
but maybe
Yeah.
just
Yeah, maybe women
Couple
in the
shots of
past,
tequila.
Yeah, maybe women in the past have said, "Hey, I want to try this," and I was like, you know what? Whatever floats your boat, baby. Mikey's here to get freaky. All right, I'm here to let you be yourself. That's it.
I took some X-Lax. I'm gonna poop all over you.
Nope, man, we're not doing that. We are not doing that.
Not after you see the bleach butthole.
No,
Yeah,
because then how long does a bleach butthole last for?
this is one of those things where, like, I've heard girls talk about it. I'm like, why do you care what color your butthole is? Like, you're not the one. It's not your playground. You're not playing on it. Like, I get that you want to be whatever, but like, why does it matter what color your butthole is? Does not make sense to my brain.
I've seen
It's
them
like,
brown. I've seen them pink, and neither one has dissuaded me from
Not in the slightest.
splash. Like that's, I don't know.
Girls, you're too hard on yourself. That's
You
all I'm
are
gonna say.
way too hard on yourself. We're sorry for what the early 2000s did to you, okay, in those movies. Those movies were dog shit. The media was dog shit. Those fucking magazines, dog shit. Victoria's Secret, dog shit. You don't have to be in lingerie to be sexy. You could be in fucking. My wife will be like, I'm putting on shorts, and I'm like, I can't handle what's going on with my body. We're guys. We are not that hard to please.
My wife tried to say something to me the other day. She's like, I feel bad because like guys, when they get older, they just look better, and women, we just age. And I was like, did I not tell you my history about like cougar hunting and all that? Like, and I was never dissuaded by an older.
But also women, like when you get older, you see older women whom you are not attracted to, okay? Guys, we see older women, like that.
Yes.
What the fuck are you doing? Like we are attracted to you. Of course, you're going to be like, guys age. Like that's who you are attracted to. You are attracted to men.
Yeah.
So you're going to be like, they age so well because all of us guys are like, fuck, wow, we look like dog shit. And then we look at our wives and we're like fucking gorgeous.
Well, when we were driving today, Mike saw this girl and he doesn't wear glasses. So he's like, that chick aged like 15 years just pulling up on her. And I was like, yeah, but she still looked good when we got up to her. Like,
That's right, yeah.
She looked like she was probably 30 and then probably ended up 45, closer to 50. And I was like, she still
Mike did not say
fantastic.
That woman was hot far back.
No.
And when I got close, she was not hot. I just said she aged.
Yeah.
It was like fine wine in the space of 30 feet that we were driving up, but still. And then I seen another older lady there, and I was just like, I looked at Dylan until Dylan saw her because I knew there was going to be a reaction. And there was not. Dylan is an upstanding guy, and he loves his wife so much.
I do love my wife, and we talk about how beautiful certain women are.
But she ain't ever going to watch this episode of the podcast.
No, she never will, no.
As soon as I saw it, the moment Dylan saw her too, I was like, I even hit him. I was like, I was waiting for you to see it. All right, so name Chuck Star, the coolest ever. Title, Today I Fucked Up and Got Stitches. Was just listening to the bonus episode 17 where Dildo talks about getting stitches on his eyebrow, and it made me think to send this in. This was like 2 years ago when I was 18. I was at a party at my buddy's house, and he had a burn barrel that we were all standing around because it was early April, so it was still cold outside in Vermont. People live in Vermont? It's Vermont. Yeah. We're trying to make a area where it's only whites only, and when we just deal and like people still barter there. Yeah, you're talking about Vermont. Adam Driver's another good one on SNL. Anyways, I was shithoused nearing blackout. From my perspective, I'm standing there talking to this girl, and people start yelling, and I feel something hit my eye. So I say, ow, and then go to feel it, and my hand is covered in blood. My buddy comes over to look at my face and hands me some napkins from his girl's car. I bet you're wondering what was in my eye. I was too. Turns out my idiot friend thought it was a good idea to throw 9mm bullets into the fire, and the casing had hit my right eye right next to the rear duct. Fuck. Okay.
People are so dumb.
So you were trying to murder me? Is
Yes.
that what was going through your head? Well, I just thought it'd be funny, and it'd pop, pop, pop. I bet your friend definitely thought 100% you just got shot in the face by one of those bullets.
Yes. Well, I think it would always be the casing just because the bullet's probably heavier.
Yeah.
But like either which way, it's never a good idea to throw bullets into a fire.
One of the scariest times of my life was there were some older people out there like outside partying. I was at my friend's house, and I was probably like 8 years old, and one threw a box of bullets into the fire.
Well, and the crazy thing about bullets though is they like if you shoot everybody at New Year's Eve and everything shooting off bullets, like they come back down with the same velocity as like shooting it. So it's like you're shooting through people's roofs. If anybody's like standing there and they happen to be unlucky enough to be in the vicinity of like where that thing's gonna land, it will shoot them and kill them just like the bullet was fired directly at their head.
It was terrifying. Like at first I was hiding. It sounds stupid, but you're a kid and you don't know what to do because you're fucking panicking. But first, like there's this little like garden area and it has the 2 pieces of wood. I'm laying down and it's protecting half of my body. And then finally I get the courage to run inside while the bullets are just fucking, it just sounded like little explosions and it was fucking terrifying. I was a scared little kid. And they're just out there, that wasn't so goddamn funny. Both of them, the two guys that did dead now. That's crazy.
Oh, get out of town.
Get out of town, yeah.
No, they didn't do something.
Well, one, he got addicted to meth and killed himself. And then the other one, he's still alive, but he was in the back of the truck and then he fucking fell out and he hit his head and he went brain dead. And You know what I'm saying? Like now his family gets real happy when he blinks. So yeah. If I'm ever at that point, please God kill me.
Yeah, no, medically assisted suicide at that point.
Yeah.
Just take me out.
Thank you.
Can we write that in our will? Like
Right.
last
If I'm ever in a position where you have to take care of me, kill me. Fucking, what is it, Cinderella Man? Just fucking.
pillow over the face.
I won't even make that noise. I can't. God. It's one of those cases where his family gets real happy when he blinks. That's so fucked. But that is so many things. Like, it's like God saved him.
No.
No, he didn't. No. God took him. Maybe. I'm more apt to believe God took his soul and now it's just a meat suit left. He says he told everyone to get back, but I was way too drunk and invested in whatever conversation I was having at the time.
You know, you tell people that and make sure they all get back before you then throw it in. You don't throw it in and be like, everybody get back.
We located probably the only sober guy there to drive me to the hospital. I remember thinking on the way there how much it would suck to have only one eye at 18. When we got there, they led me inside because I couldn't see to the amount of blood in my eyes, but I remember getting super mad because I thought a guy who I was beefing with was there and a nurse told me to shut up. They took the piece of casing that was stuck under my eyelid, but apparently that hospital didn't have good enough doctors to give me stitches, so I had to get sent by ambulance to Dartmouth. I think that's how they pronounce it, Dartmouth. 1 hour away. Wasn't so bad, though, because I slept the whole way there after learning no ambulance, do not have snacks. 3 stitches and almost 2 years later, and you can't even tell my eyelid was in 2 pieces, which is kind of sad, not going to lie. I wanted a cooler scar. Anyways, love the show. Keep it up. Smooches. P.S. Not sorry about the sheer number of run-on sentences. It's hard on a phone. I forgive you. It was a good story.
Yeah, that was a great story.
It was a good story, but what a dickhead, yeah. Like my friend's talking to a girl right now. Let me go fucking throw some bullets in there. But I'm gonna say, hey, watch out. Have you ever done one of those? I don't know how many people have this, but people say like it's part of fight or flight. And I don't think it's part of fight or flight because fight or flight, I have fought many times in fight or flight. But when if I've ever thrown something and then somebody walks in the way of it, I'll just like turn my head. I don't want to see them get hit. You know what I'm saying? And I think some way that relieves the pressure off of me.
You're talking about throwing something that could hurt somebody? And then
No, like if I threw a football and somebody was just like walking in the way or something like that and it got close to him, I'd just like turn my head so I wouldn't see it hit him.
No, I'd just yell out, watch out. But then they look and then they're stopped exactly where they shouldn't be. And then they get
Bang. Yeah. We were playing dodgeball one time and it was like a church. You spend the night, but we were playing dodgeball and I remember there was this one girl and I threw it at my stepdad's brother and she got hit in the face with it. And I remember she was like crying. I felt terrible. Okay. And then they take her to the back and they give her some ibuprofen and then, or some Tylenol. It was one of those. And she was just like, I feel the medicine inside. Like the medicine's so strong. And I was like, shut up. Like I'm like 11 at the time. I still knew. I was like, that's not ibuprofen and Tylenol ain't gonna do nothing to you. Like if you just like they gave you a Percocet, sure, but you fucking
or maybe she's never had medicine before, and that was the first.
Now I want to hit you with another dodgeball.
If you've never had any other medicine before, and that's the first time you get it, maybe you feel it.
I threw that ball so hard. You know the ring that you hear when you get hit in the face with a dodgeball?
Mhm.
Everybody heard that.
Yeah, that's the sound the dodgeballs make when they hit.
Everybody heard just the loud ringing of. So I know it had to be buzzing through her head.
You're such an asshole.
Well, the round before he was out. Like he had gotten out. And then he stayed in and got me out. And I'm like, bro, you got out. And he was like, no, you didn't even touch me. I was like, it did touch you. We were fucking 11 years old. Like we're 11-year-old boys. So I mean, it probably didn't touch him and whatever. But
He's a cheater.
I was just sad about it. I don't even know how it happened, but I knew I wanted my revenge. So, I mean, I beamed that thing as hard, like whole body back, everything, and just launched it as hard as I could. And it just went... Like I'm throwing it to him and it just goes.
Because you're so athletic.
That's right. That's why that ball didn't go straight because I'm so athletic and I know how to throw a ball.
All right. This is from DaMailman.
DaMailman.
We've had one in before, but
Yeah.
from the
Yeah.
DaMailman. All right.
What was that? Did you just say from the DaMailman?
No.
I'm just mishearing shit, man. My brain
You're
is.
just trying to make me Make me feel bad about the way that I talk.
Because I that Italian one, super funny. But now I'm trying to get that high again. And I can't.
Yeah. First time trying Xanax. Hey, brothers. Loved hearing my story read the other week. Definitely ruled. I'm definitely going to spit more just between work and family. I just forget. But I have a short story today. But first, let me give you a little background for the future. I grew up in southern Louisiana. More white trash, but Cajun. We call coonas. Not rednecks because we were fucking cousins. Well, most of us. We weren't fucking cousins? Or were?
They say were.
Not rednecks because we were fucking cousins. We were fucking cousins.
That's what happened when you break it down like that right there.
Well,
Told him, Elizabeth. That's what you got to read. You got to do the whole Creole, the Cajun. This is how you got to read the mailman's stories.
Raised by my mom, who did her best, but 6 kids and no help didn't make it easy. I was a good kid, but what the old people call cunny, which means always up to something. Like cunning?
Yeah, I don't know.
So now that the pleasantries are out of the way, let's get to the drugs. So I'm 17 at my buddy's house. Let's call him Jerry. So me and Jerry are drinking T.W. Samuels with his dad. What's T.W. Samuels?
Couldn't tell you.
With his dad, who smokes crack while playing dominoes.
Hell yeah.
We were also smoking weed out of his one hitter that we also smoked crack out of. So yeah, win for us.
That's okay. All right. I love a story where they're like, tried this drug for the first time after I smoked crack.
But Jerry's dad had some green footballs that he offered Jerry. What are green footballs?
I've never seen Xanax in green.
Oh, is that what they? Okay. I was the I'll try anything once kind of kid. And when Jerry asked me if I wanted to try, I said, I'm scared of pills, so just a little.
I wonder if they were Klonopins. I've never seen green Xanax.
So he gave me 1.5 of these green demons, followed by some rot gut whiskey. The night continues after with dominoes, and Jerry's dad just kept getting mouthier and mouthier to Jerry. So we were joking on him hard the uglier he got. But there was a breaking point where Jerry's dad bowed up to Jerry, and it was basically over Jerry, who by all means was a good-looking dude. Blonde eyes, blonde hair, or blue eyes, blonde hair, cut jaw, and average height. Now, by
gay.
What?
That's a little gay, but all right. Yeah.
He's got a good-looking friend. Now, by this point, I'm loose, and Jerry's dad said he was going to knock him out, so Jerry, bam, right in the kisser. Dad dropped to his knees, and I just remembered I blinked, and somehow me and Jerry are on the street. He's crying while I hug him.
Sounds like benzos.
Is that what you do?
I mean, I couldn't tell you a damn thing, but my wife, and this is before she had just found out she was pregnant, and then I don't know, I always cooked in the beginning of our relationship. And I was like, man, you never cook any food. I had said that to her because you're always strung out on Xanax and she has never done drugs. And then I woke up in a Burger King parking lot with 2 double Whopper wrappers on my chest. And I was like 190 pounds at this point. And I was just like, I'm never doing that again.
Did you never do that again?
Yeah, I've never done benzos. Again.
Is that what Xanax are?
Yeah.
I didn't do pills.
I mean, I never did them to get high again. Like if I had to deal with a big building, sure. But they were always halves because I know what that process is like. So I was like, I'm never going to abuse these.
Yeah, I never did pills for fun ever. Well, I did like Vicodin back when I was a teenager, and my buddy was into them, but I tried them and they didn't really do jack shit for me. So
that's Vicodin, yeah.
I have a moment of clarity and went from crying and telling him it's okay to why the fuck are we in the street? Moments after, I blinked and woke up at a different panda house down the road with my face in a bowl of cereal. Apparently, time travel on Xanax. Apparently you time travel on Xanax, and I was not a fan of it. When I asked my other friend what happened, he said, I just walked in his house, made a bowl of cereal, then sat on his dresser, took 2 bites, then just slumped over in it and went to sleep. Needless to say, first and last time ever touching Xanax. Thanks for the read. I do appreciate y'all keeping me entertained, and when I can afford it, I'll be a patron. But for now, I'll keep the Spotify views up.
Oh,
Well, thank you, DaMailman.
we love you, DaMailman. Yeah, it's a different ball game. I was really coming up in the benzo era, and look, shout out Young Michael, because Young Michael too was just like, look, we're not a rapist. We were at one party and this girl's like grinding on me and shit like that. And you're at a party and you got, different bitches hitting on you and shit. And like random women you don't know. So I'm like, oh yeah, this is like cool. I like start kissing her neck and stuff like that. And she was like, you remind me of Sperry. And I was like, who's Sperry? And she goes, Dave and Buster's. And I was like, are you here with us right now? Are you in the same vicinity? She was like, I gotta go to bed. And I was like, you go to bed. So she went in there, and then me and my friend Aunt just like locked the door that she was in. So, and then we went back to partying. So she was ever just like, fuck, I'm stuck in a place I don't know. Like,
I mean, at some point that night, that's probably what happened.
yeah, we was just like, go in there and you go to bed, because as soon as you call me Dave and Buster's, we're not having sex. That is the one. It's just like, I don't know. It is very, I don't like shit where I'm not present anymore.
Yeah.
That's why I've always liked pain pills, cocaine, stuff with that. Nature, Adderall, that shit. I like to be present minded. Benzos, you are not. You will take them. If you take a bunch, you will then warp to whatever time they wear off, and whatever happened. So
That doesn't sound like fun.
It's
like what's the point of, like, I guess the beginning and end, like where you are back present and it feels good, but like if there's like a whole, like that's why I like feeling somewhat drunk. Like it feels good to be somewhat drunk. However, if you go too far, you black out, and then there's like a deleted part of, and like I hated that part, even though I did it a bunch of times when I was in my 20s, but like that's the part that's super terrible, because then you're like the shittiest version of yourself. You're just a terrible human. And well, I mean, some people are absolutely fun when they're blackout drunk, but for the most part, like there's a part of your life that is just erased. And I never liked that.
And you just get bits and pieces of it. So this one comes from Jordan, and it says, family drama. I'm listening to episode 110 and just had to tell both of you that men being more attracted to pregnant women seems to be pretty common. I got hit on daily after I started really showing around 6 months pregnant. I do think it's all or nothing, though, because my boyfriend was not willing to have sex after I started showing. It weirded him out that our baby was in me.
I'm not big enough to do any damage in that region.
Right,
so.
yeah, and I'm not. The best part about it, too, is my baby will never be inside of you. I want to take that back. God damn it. Not you, the viewer, and I apologize, Jordan.
When I was a young gentleman, that's what I thought. I was like, well, she's already pregnant. I can't get her pregnant again.
You know what I like about this podcast, too? I'll stick my foot in my mouth, and I'll just be like, let's keep going.
Yeah, we just
Brazilian,
keep
Hispanic,
rolling.
and just keep going. So here's my submission story. Technically, did not happen to me, but I think you guys will get a kick out of it. My cousin is 26 male. We'll call him Dill for the story.
Hey.
Yeah. Dill is definitely not short for Mike. So Dill's mom is crazy. Can I tell y'all, though? I do want to state this, though. And this came from the Filoni's falafel shit. Never in my life, when someone tried to refer to me as Mike, would I allow them to do that. But my name is Michael. My name is not Mike. It's not Mikey. It's none of that. It's Michael. And then I started doing the Filoni's falafel videos, and Hey Michael did not sound as funny as Hey Mike. It wasn't as quick. I couldn't get, so I started doing the Hey Mike, and now all the time I reference myself as Mike. And my wife will be like, you used to hate that. Like you used to not let people call you Mike. I'm just like, man, happens.
Now I'm Mike.
Yeah, and I'm just desensitized to it, and that's who I am. I'm Big Mike. I'm Big Mike now. So Dill's mom is crazy and has been crazy our whole lives, along with her abusive husband. She has 6 kids, and currently 4 out of 6 ran away or left home before 18. That should tell you everything about this woman and her husband. So Dill needed a reliable car or truck since he works construction. His mom plus stepdad offered to sell him their paid-off Dodge Ram. Sounds like a pretty good mom to me. To pay $1K down and make payments and make payments of $300 a month until $7,000 was paid off, as well as do dump runs for them when needed. They agreed to this via text. I told Dill this was a terrible idea and he might as well buy anything else. Like most men, he didn't listen to reason. So fast forward about 5 months. After Dill entered this agreement, he had made payments as promised and done about 7 different dump runs. What is that, just like taking shit that they need dumped?
Yeah. So he's in it for like $2,500 at this point.
I just asked you that because I read so much without breathing that I became out of breath. Good podcast thing. Mike knows the show must go on. He understands show business. Stop, baby. Dylan has to deal with this on a daily basis, by the way, guys.
All day, every
You
day.
now get reprieves. You know what I'm saying? You just deal with it twice a week. Dylan has to deal with it every single day.
My favorite part is when it is like, oh, I got this great idea. And it was my idea from 6 months ago that we just didn't do. And you're like, we should have been doing this the whole time. I don't know why we weren't doing that.
All right, yeah, God, you should have convinced me, Dylan. My aunt demanded to see Dill's daughter, and he said no. Dill doesn't bring his kids around his mom plus stepdad because they're toxic, and especially his daughter, since her mom has banned any contact with them. My aunt then said he must return the truck immediately. He said, nah, I will return it when I have something else to drive. Well, they did not like this answer and started calling the police saying that he stole the truck and blowing his phone up, like 100 calls a day. The police told everyone involved that since there's a written agreement and documented payments, that my aunt would have to take Dill to court to do anything further. About a week of tension, my aunt took the matter into her own hands, literally. Uh-oh. Showed up to Dill's workplace with a locksmith and his little sister. She's 21, where he was sitting in the truck during lunch. My aunt then ripped open the driver's side door and started punching Dill and trying to rip him out of the truck. His sister opened the back door and began hitting him from behind to try to get him out. What kind of trashy family is this? God bless America. I'm like, we just started jumping him. Dill pushed them both off, which made his mom fall back and hit the car parked next to him. Then his sister came to the front and began scratching, punching, and then maced him in the eyes. He understandably pushed her away as well. The locksmith just left quietly. He's like, I don't know. I didn't know any of this was happening. Dill called the police. My aunt and sister told the police that Dill assaulted them and stole the truck. Well, my aunt and sister spent the night in jail for aggravated assault plus domestic violence. Then Dill's stepdad began texting him threats of murder. Over a damn truck. I convinced Dill to just return the truck and get a restraining order on them. The next day after the altercation, one of Dill's sisters posted on Facebook that he assaulted their mom plus sister and now is apparently a rapist. This caused about 20 other family members to battle it out on the Book of Face. What they didn't know is that Dill's work had surveillance that showed the whole thing happening, and he is pressing charges. It is very normal behavior for this family to lie and blow things out of the water when they are in the wrong. Sounds like my family.
Did you buy a truck?
Right. Dill would never hurt a woman, and as mentioned, is a dad. They don't seem to care about ruining their son's reputation all over not seeing their grandkid. Blows my mind. Well, that is all for now. I hope you guys enjoy my Jerry Springer needing side of the family, LMAO. We did enjoy that story, and I'm sorry for the sexual innuendo I made at the beginning of the story. I will read, learn, and then continue to make terrible comment after comment until you guys can no longer defend me.
It's so wild that like you're like, I can't see my grandkid. Let me abuse you. Not, I can't see my grandkid. Let me fix my shit. How is that the math that they do in their head? They're like, I'm gonna beat you until you let me see my grandkid.
Here's the thing: if my mom and sister did that, like they would learn. Like I'm not Dill, all right. I'm an upstanding guy, but once you start putting hands on me, scratching me and shit like that, you're gonna learn what a stout uppercut is. Not a push, just a stout, de-shoeifying uppercut.
Well, he's also in the truck, so I don't know how good of an uppercut you can give inside of a
Pretty
truck
good
with a steering wheel right here in front of you. And
pretty good.
well, you are lefty, so you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm right at the door, so that's why I was just thinking in my mind. You know, you want to get a little bit of momentum, but if you just shift in the seat a little bit while you're throwing it, then you've put a little bit of body into that uppercut,
well,
and then her head hits the top of and it's just a concussion. That's definite concussion.
When you're sitting down, so it's like perfect. Like
my mom's teeth will fall out if I did that. Yeah, she would just. Bah!
That was the super.
And then my sister would not be able to fit because them trucks have the little back. She ain't getting in there.
Well, unless it's a full crew cab where it's a full backseat door.
In that. Yeah, she's not.
But you talking about your mom losing her teeth made me think of Drag Me to Hell with that weird gypsy
And she starts
lady.
gumming her face.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was the most hilarious, fucked up. Mike was convinced that was a horror comedy.
That's why I gave it such glowing review. I was like, it's a horror comedy, dude. Like it's a good one too. And then Dylan's like, it's not a horror comedy. I looked up and said horror mystery. I was like, that's not what I thought when I watched it. I thought this was a horror comedy.
Yeah, it had some funny spots to it.
Yeah, I thought it was Tucker and Dale versus Evil. That's what I thought it was. I thought we was all the goat. Like as soon as I saw that goat, I was like, oh, this is a funny movie.
Yeah, no.
I'm supposed to laugh at this.
It was funny though.
They made this so I would laugh at it. What are you doing, Dylan? Why are you picking up a thing? We gotta get.
Still got like 5 more.
Oh, okay. Never mind. It just, to me, it looked like we was running low, but we were not. So Dylan's going to read this, and then we're going to go get our good buddy Gabriel.
Gabe, you about ready to hop on the podcast?
He's not paying attention. He's playing Pokemon.
Okay. All right. This is submitted by Whitney. Am I the asshole for not participating in my fiance's weird Xmas underwear tradition? Christmas underwear.
Are we about to go through a whole story about how hubby was, and not to his knowledge, sexually abused as a child? Yeah, Papa used to, he'd get us into underwear, and then we would do our underwear dance, and he would call it wiggle the elephant. You make the elephant's nose wiggle.
I think that was your papa.
Look, and Dylan's like, Mike, you either got the greatest imagination, or I'm sorry, bud. Like, I'm sorry that happened to you.
All right. So, hey, Mike and Dylan, I am a 37-year-old woman. I love the way you wrote that. I didn't have to. So great. Married to a man who's 46 with 3 kids, and I absolutely love your podcast. I'm sorry.
Right. Yes. We're sorry you're hearing this right now.
Yes, an avid female listener. I recently discovered the podcast after following Mike on TikTok for the last few years. I started a bakery business, and anytime I'm baking or cleaning, you can guarantee I am binge listening to one of your podcasts.
There's just one customer in the front that's just like, are those the people of the bakery? Or then a woman comes out from there and she's like, something's wrong with the 2 guys. Do I need to call the cops? Are you in danger?
Do I agree with everything you guys say? Yes. No, she said no. Is that going to stop me from listening? Also, no. It might should, but you guys are hilarious. People need to remove the stick from their asses and just enjoy 2 funny guys giving their take on this messed up world we live in. Thank you, Whitney.
We agree.
Keep doing what you're doing. I have no doubt this podcast will be a huge success. This is not my story. One of my favorite influencers I follow on TikTok is Beyond Beautiful. Her commentary is Chef's Kiss, just like y'all's. She posted a Reddit, Am I the Asshole? And I immediately thought, I need to hear Mike and Dylan's take on this. Please do not read ahead of time. Nothing bad is said unless the word underwear triggers people. I guess I have to look this up because it wasn't a link. I thought it was, and I don't read these.
Right, yeah.
Now I have to look it up on Reddit. All right. So the story is called Am I the Asshole? Am I the asshole for not participating in my fiance's weird Xmas underwear tradition?
You didn't even have to put tradition.
All right. And now's when I'm getting a phone call. So sorry. Ignore you, Scott. Scott, you're calling right now, and I'm ignoring you. The funny thing is Scott's going to listen to this.
Yeah, I know.
Because he listens to this podcast.
He will hear real time.
Not real time, a week later.
Well, he will hear us like, did you hear my voice just break?
Did it break?
Yeah, I just hit puberty, dude. My balls just dropped.
Congratulations.
Hell yeah. My balls just dropped, guys. This is a good day for the podcast.
I was hoping that it was, oh, nope. The next one that comes up is for not participating in my friend's multicultural wedding. You racist. In my fiance's weird.
Do you want me to share it to you, dude? I already found it. I literally just grabbed my phone. Am I the asshole?
Well, you're not also reading and talking. You could have kept them.
You just want me to read it? It's super short.
No, I want to read it. It's it's my book.
I'm copying the link and sending it over your way, bud, since you're not technologically savvy.
Well, I'm trying to talk to them. You're supposed to be the one talking to them.
I was talking, found it, and did all that stuff. Easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. I sent it to you in text message.
I got it by the time you sent it. All right. So this year, I celebrated Christmas with my fiance's family for the first time. Before we went to my fiance's parents' house, my fiance warned me that his parents usually come short in the amount of food they cook for Christmas dinner and that there's often not enough for everyone. That's weird.
That is, yeah.
No, we just cooked enough for 4 of us. Sorry, there's 8 people here. What I didn't expect, though, was to be expected to participate in the family's weird tradition. Apparently, they have a long-standing tradition where instead of drawing straws, they'll throw all their underwear in a bin and then go take turns wearing a blindfold and drawing a pair of underwear from the pile. And drawing the smallest pair of underwear correlates to drawing the smallest straw.
And you blindfold too, so you can smell the underwear too. So.
Do you have to guess whose they were before?
No, it's just they're drawing straws, and then you put your underwear in there.
This is so weird.
Yeah, this is obviously some kind of predatory practice, and you guys are just like, who started the tradition? Papa did.
I had never heard of this tradition, so I felt blindsided when right before Christmas dinner, my fiance's mom yelled out that it was time to pull the straws to decide the order of who got to plate up their food first in case there wasn't enough for everyone.
So now they're
This is
tying
just to
this,
eat.
yes, this predatory practice to eat food.
And I wore my thong to dinner, so I guess mine's the smallest.
Right. I'm just going to put in a different pair of underwear, but I'm going to keep my little underwear. So I'm just like, ha ha.
Well, I guess if you get the shortest straw, is that you win?
Now you have to watch out
Lose.
though, because here's the thing, and you got to give Papa time, because when he goes, like every time we do this, when we put the blindfold on, it causes him a lot of nasal issues. So you'll hear him over there just like he'll it's something about covering up his eyes that fucks up his nasal passage. So
At first, I thought the family was joking when they announced this, so I laughed, which made my fiance get real defensive. I volunteered to get my food last so I wouldn't have to participate, but my fiance just got more annoyed and asked me to try to be a bit more agreeable. The whole thing was just kind of weird. So I called an Uber and went home. Now things are real tense between me and my fiance since he now says I made a bad impression by acting like I was too good for their family tradition. Am I the asshole? Why is he still your fiance?
yeah, no, like, see, there's certain times in someone's life where things happen and you can avoid being assaulted or molested, and that was one of those situations, and you made the right decision. And like to tie food to it too, that's like, hey, if you pull the smallest pair of panties, you get to eat food. Why? Who is making meals so small? You get to play the panty game. Just make more food.
Okay, so there's 4 comments that this person answered, and it says, info, where does this underwear come from? Please say from an unopened pack of new undies. Nope, apparently it's a long-standing tradition that whenever the family wants to pull straws to settle something, they all just use their current underwear. How busy is that bathroom, like, to get everybody, or do you just strip down naked and go ahead and take them off right there in front of everybody? All right, so not the asshole. The levels of weirdness here are excessive, but it's the logic of the person who is the smallest potentially being the one who doesn't even get to eat that has me wondering why a sane and intelligent person would really want to join this family. It's not that the smallest person doesn't get to eat. It's that the person who draws the smallest pair of underwear, eyes closed or blindfolded, who potentially doesn't get to eat. Oh, and then the person below them says, do they intentionally not cook enough food? This is so weird.
That's what I'm saying. They intentionally don't cook enough food. So you play the panty game and somebody gets to sniff all these panties. I'm telling you, it's a weird.
Oh, Grandpa goes back there and mixes them up for us.
That's what I'm saying. And look, that's his sinuses. He's just you're.
Any normal person damned well would be too good for this fucked up family tradition. Your fiance needs to know that this isn't remotely sane or acceptable. Tell him we all said it's lunacy, not the asshole. And then Xmas Straws says, he insisted that it's very common and that all his friends did this with their families growing up too.
This man has Stockholm's. Like
person below says, well, if he grew up in an asylum for the criminally insane, maybe they did.
Sure.
There's no, like this is, that's so wild.
That's obviously some kind of
made up.
No, it's like some kind of like sexual predatory thing. And it starts with like the patriarch of the family. And he's just like, this is what we do. And everybody's like, okay, I guess. Like to not make enough food and to know that not enough food's going to be made and to draw panties to see who is going to, that is weird.
When have you ever been at any sort of food event, holiday, anything like that, where all the food was gone? I've never been to one where there wasn't leftovers and you're like, oh, fuck, I got to eat this for 3 days now. I've never been to one where it's like, we made not enough food for everybody. Like
Never.
maybe you don't get to eat the chicken, but at least you get some fucking stuffing or something. But
School pizza parties when they triple cut the pizza, like that's the only time where they ran out because they only ordered 4 pizzas for the whole school.
Yeah, we never had pizza parties like that.
But yeah, no, that's obviously, look, Michael could tell you from experience, obviously some weird sexuals. Papa tried to get us with that shit all the time, like weird shit all the time. All the time. Like,
Did he really?
Yeah, wouldn't it be so funny if you like put on some of your sister's clothes? No, that would not be funny. You fucking weirdo.
Really?
Right. Maybe
I
had you tried to get me with this before you asked me what would I do if a grown man
Ask me this.
yeah, asked us maybe. All right, but you've already done that. You're already Papa super fucking weird.
Yeah, you set off the radar. So the radar is very highly tuned to your antics.
Right. I used to crush cans for him as like a job. And then like he would just like come outside and he'd be like talking to me and shit like that. What's so crazy is he's almost like Dr. Cuckold and he's like Dr. Papa and Mr. Molester, okay? Like he had like a switch that flipped. I don't know what it was. But later on down the line, I'm talking to a family member about it. And I was like, what did you say? What happened? Like what happened in the scenario? Because shout out to Papa. He did ask me my feelings about being molested first, to which I could be like, hey.
He asked for consent.
Right.
To a kid, but.
I guess I got a little older. When I was young, when we were young, I used to live with him. That's why I'm not doing any of that little go back into your memories. Let's dive inside of our mind. It's a mind I don't want to dive inside of. I'm just, look, there's a lot of times Mike could have lost. You know what I'm saying? I got found in hide and go seek. Got a pinky on my butt. I don't need to know that. If the less I know, the better. It's like therapist is like, no, Mike, we gotta like bring up these memories. You gotta deal with them. It's like
you gotta forgive yourself.
I am not depressed. I am not suicidal. So all of this stuff, I do not have to do that. I'm not prone to anger. I'm a pretty chill, easygoing person. So I did some drugs back in the day. Sometimes I have a hankering to do drugs. I don't do them. I'm a very logical, understanding person. We don't have to go face them demons, okay? We don't have to go face them demons. And it's like, well, you don't know the unconscious like stress it has on your body. It was like, I die at 50, okay? I die at 45. I'm okay, okay? We ain't got to relive all that stuff.
It's funny, the whole time you're talking, I can just hear your voice like sounding terrible and then sounding good and then sounding terrible.
I get into talking, man. I need like you said, like a football.
I'm just going to mount that thing right to your head.
Yes.
Where
Gotham City. Submitted Reddit story from Lost My Taco. We love you, Lost My Taco. Look, I don't want Lost My Taco to feel bad. They had posted something in the Reddit, and it was like a toddler getting attacked by a pit bull, which, I mean,
it's a joke that Mike tells.
It is a joke that Mike tells. Mike does not, if you're like, what does Mike want to see? Not somebody getting hurt in a life-altering way. Like if somebody falls down, slides down some icy steps, they get up, laugh it off, Mike's having a good time. If I see somebody getting hurt, screaming and crying, very traumatic event, I don't want to view that.
See, my daughter will have me watching like skateboard stuff because I like skateboarding, snowboarding, all that stuff. If it's the ones where people are wrecking, I'm like, I don't want to see any of this. I don't want to see a broken ankle. I don't want to see their face hit the ground. Like, I don't want to see any of that.
And what's so crazy is you don't see a lot of that today, but if I see somebody on a skateboard, it could be them doing a cool trick. My brain immediately goes to Scars by Papa Roach. You know what I'm saying? When he ran that show, Scarred or whatever.
I never watched it.
On MTV. Oh, dude, you just see somebody just get their leg broken in half and
nope.
Wild West. And I'd watch that show back in the day.
Ridiculousness had on it like a bunch of just absolute fails. And I'm like, I don't want to watch that.
Yeah, I don't want to see people getting their life changed in the worst possible way. My crazy coworker flips out when I talk to her 10-year-old daughter about Mulan. I, 19 female, work part-time in childcare at my church with a middle-aged woman. I'll call her Amy, who I thought was very sweet at first until her true self started to show. Well, it was by my wife. She has a 10-year-old sheltered homeschooled daughter who absolutely adores me. I'll call her L. Ooh, psychic powers. Nice. And I'm essentially her only friend. Here are some things that I have learned about this family when I went over for a play date with L. L co-sleeps with her parents and doesn't have a bed of her own. They use reusable cloth toilet paper in their bathroom. They're all vegan and the house reeks of spoiled vegetables. Elle isn't allowed to watch certain movies and shows, for example, Frozen 2, because it contains spirits. Amy is borderline racist. You know, one of those people that thinks they aren't because they have friends who are black. What about that? Yeah, you can't be racist if you got black friends. It's in the
bylaws of racism.
God. But I noticed that kids in our classroom with different ethnicities always get into trouble way more when I was working with Amy, even if it was very clearly wasn't their fault. So yeah, kind of weird, kind of nasty. I started distancing. Fuck me, I can't talk.
It's because you're making fun of me this whole time.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I started distancing myself from her, but again, her daughter loves me, so it was difficult. Anyways, one day at work, Elle asked me who my favorite Disney princess was, and I said it was either Belle or Mulan. And she said, who's Mulan? Listen, shut the fuck up about all this woke bullshit, because y'all woke motherfuckers got to be a man taken out of fucking Mulan. We didn't get that in the live action. To be a man, you must be swift as a coursing river with all the force of a great typhoon. Banger. One of Disney's top 5 best songs, non-negotiable. You cannot argue with it. But people's like, what do you mean to be a man?
I'm lost in this.
To fight in hand-to-hand combat war. That's what they mean. That's what they mean. They didn't used to let women do that. The dudes had to go die horrifically shitting themselves in the field. So yeah, when he's singing that little song, it's fine. It's fine. Okay. Also, have you not noticed the commander of the army was definitely falling in love with Mulan when Mulan was posing as a boy?
In love. Man love.
That's all I'm saying. And look, it's okay to be gay. All right. So maybe he didn't like it when Mulan did the whole bam. I started explaining her story because Mulan is one of my favorite movies of all time. Me too. Amy, that was one of my favorite Disney movies.
I think that's one of those things too where I was a little bit older, so I've only seen the
These are like early 90s, before my time, before I was born movies.
I have like very, very vivid memories of like Lion King, Aladdin, stuff like that, but we did not have Mulan. We didn't have but we also didn't have Little Mermaid or like a lot of the ones that everybody circled around. We didn't.
Well, Little Mermaid was dog shit. That's why. Amy overheard and pulled me aside, telling me Elle wasn't allowed to watch Mulan because it promoted feminists and cultural ideas that she didn't want in her household. What? That's so crazy, because then feminists are like, that portrays male toxicity and shit like that.
Yeah, I was 12 when it came out. It was 98.
Oh, I was 6 years old.
Yeah, I was 12.
Wasn't even. I turned 6 at the end of the year. I was 5 when that bitch came out. I just kind of laughed and shrugged it off, thinking that was it, until the next morning when I received the following text. Good morning. I just wanted you to know that I absolutely adore you. Our views on political / some social issues are completely opposite, and that's okay. You've been raised in a certain way, and I've lived a whole life at this point, so our views and beliefs have been shaped differently.
I think you're leaving out a lot of smiley faces, because she commented a lot of smiley faces in those, didn't she?
Not in this part.
Oh, is that not the part?
I'd have put smiley. Oh, she just did it in the...
Yeah, they're not emojis. They're
old people
emoticons.
Texts. Okay. Good morning, smiley face. I just wanted you to know that I absolutely adore you, smiley face. Our views on some political and social issues are completely opposite, and that's okay. You have been raised a certain way, and I've lived a whole life at this point, LOL. So our views and beliefs have been shaped differently. Despite that, none of those beliefs change our salvation status with the Lord, and that's what's most important. Elle isn't exposed to a lot of things for good reason, and some might not make sense to you, which again is okay, smiley face. Just know that although we differ in views on certain things, we love you for you and not you for your political or social views. And that's why I'm always open to conversations about both when it's between you and me. Elle doesn't need to be around for those chats, smiley face. You are loved. Hope you have an awesome Wednesday. Oh man, I genuinely feel bad for Elle because she's a sweet kid and loves to read just like I did at her age. but she's extremely limited in what forms of media she's allowed to consume, and she's completely homeschooled. So the only information she's getting is from Amy. That's how indoctrination works.
Yeah.
That's
Can't expose them to anything. You got to shelter it and only give them what you think they need.
Good Lord. Do you even know how cults work, lady? Fuck. No outside opinions or other kids to socialize with. She's the only reason why I haven't cut off completely contact with my insane coworker. That was a good one.
It's crazy because I don't think people realize that, like, when you do that to your kid, you are setting them up for absolutely going wild once you let them, like, once they're out in the world. Like, for the most part, most of those people, they're going to be like, wait a second. All this stuff exists? And then they have to go and start
drugs, sex, all sorts of stuff. And now because they're having fun doing all this stuff, they don't believe a fucking word you say.
None. Well, you lied to them your whole entire life.
So that sucks.
I think we should probably get Gabe off his game. And
we were supposed to do that before that story, but I forgot about it.
Why can't we do it now?
We're doing it now. Yeah. I need you to switch to your camera. My ear's starting to hurt because we were shooting podcasts.
Why do we got to switch so that we can get Gabe over here?
Yeah, you need to switch to your camera, and then I'll have.
Hey, Gabe. All right, go ahead and get Gabe.
All right.
So yeah, Gabe is going to go ahead and go through some awesome Casanova skills that he has. He's real good at talking with the ladies, and he's just going to give us a rundown of him chatting with a coworker's spouse that he's got a little thing for. How about you take that off, and Gabe, your hat's all fucked up. Can't be looking all. It's just give me the fuck. There you go, Gabe. You are.
Jesus Christ! You think that you are the master of fashion here, but you see how I'm dressed? I literally am in my nicest garments, my Sailor Moon t-shirt, and then my fedora, which has me looking exquisite. I mean, this is how you look good right here. So yes, I have some text messages between me and a woman, and it did not work out. Unfortunately, she's a bitch. So you guys, I don't often tell people this, but I am a man of mystery, okay? And let's just say that I have a way of swooning people. So obviously, when I meet a high-value woman, I try to get her attention. But sometimes, literally, they're not the high-value woman that I thought they were. So we're going to go over this text message exchange I had with Susan. And, yeah, you guys are going to see why this lady's such a bitch. Okay? So, I will be reading the part of me, the glorious Gabriel, and our good friend Dylan here will read Susan. And I did request him dress up like this because I'm going to masturbate to that image later. All right. Hi, Susan. Sorry about that awkward one earlier. Hope you're well.
Hi. It's okay, thanks.
It's Gabriel, by the way. I worked with your husband. Was very hurt to see that he passed. I lost my dog recently, so I know how you're feeling, and I'm here to listen if you want.
Thank you.
Are you?
Yeah.
Thought so. Women from your country have such incredible hips. Your husband is a lucky man. And then I had to, typo. Sorry, was.
Thanks for clarifying. Wouldn't have known what you meant if you didn't add in was there.
I'm sorry if I was rude. You're just so beautiful. I didn't want to screw this up.
Screw what up? What's wrong, Gabriel?
My chance with you.
What? LOL. I'm really not ready for anything like that.
I'm a good guy, I promise. One date is all I ask. I'm free this Friday and Saturday.
I'm busy then. I'm not looking for that right now.
How about next week, winky face?
I'm busy then, and I'm still not looking for anything.
I knew your husband. Well, I know what you expect in a man. I can provide that. Please, all I ask for is one date. You'll see I'm worth it.
I've said no. Please respect that.
Of course I respect women. Are their choice?
Did you have a typo there?
Yeah, I did. I said, of course I respect women and their choice.
Thanks. I'm going to go now. Take care.
Okay. Sorry. That's not how I felt at that point. Okay. Should have known you were just a pretty face. You aren't even that pretty.
Okay.
Sorry if I upset you. That was wrong of me. Let me make it up to you. I'm free tonight. I'll bring you food. I still haven't you address from when I came over. I meant to say have you address from when I came over.
No.
See, she's been a bitch. Your husband will want you to be with a man that knows you and will treat you right in all ways. Winky face. I'm good at taking care of women, especially ones like you. I'll bring you food. I still have you. Wait, okay. I think you did that. Wait, no, I still have your address from when I came over.
Yeah, no, I'm good at taking care of women, especially ones like you.
What? No.
Yeah, you're down the page. Yes, you've already read all that.
Especially ones like you. I'm good in all ways. Oh, wait, shit. Am I fucking up?
Down at the bottom. There's
Oh, no. Yeah.
especially ones like you.
Your husband would want you to be with a man he knows will treat you right in all ways. Winky face. I'm good at taking. Oh, I got it. Okay. I'm good at taking care of women. I got lost in my part. Such fuckable hips.
I am way too sober to deal with this. Bye, LOL.
Okay. No more chances. Goodbye. Fucking slut.
Yeah, my husband had just died a month earlier. I wasn't ready.
Obviously, you could be Dylan now and be awkward in your hair and beard, but what a bitch. Like, you saw how I came at her with the most respectful, like, I respected her. Like, she thought I didn't respect her. I respected her. And a month. Who literally takes more than a month to get over a death?
How many nice guy points did you win by that?
I at least accrued a 3 before I tried to go for the morsel. And then also, when her husband was alive, I remember I brought food over. And then when he died, I sent flowers. So that right there is 5 nice guy points and to not get one morsel of pussy.
Yeah, I mean, she did have those fuckable hips.
Right. And a certain light, she kind of did look like Sailor Moon. So, yeah. I always thought in my dreams when I laid in bed at night, if she had like Sakura from Naruto, if she had her hair, oh my gosh, she'd be perfect.
So in this story that you have here, did you think that you were gonna come in and be the knight in shining armor? And,
No, not like
save
that.
her?
No one needs saving. But I'm just saying, like, her husband is dead. But I talked to her husband a lot, and he obviously will want her to be with a good, strong man that would treat her right. So that's me.
You didn't think you were gonna be the hero for her and come in and
No, nothing like that. Maybe save her from grief, make her feel better. So, and what would be better than her having sex with me?
Well, I think I've had enough Gabe time for now. So do you want to go play your video game on your Switch?
Yeah, this is boring anyways. You guys just make fun of me in the comment section. So I just want you guys to know that you watch your fucking backs because you have no idea what I'm capable of.
Oh, wait. Hold up, Gabe. I heard you were going to be doing a little bit of work with Mike and Dylan.
Yes, I'm giving
Patreon.
people some dating advice for the Patrons that come over.
So we can expect more gems like that. And
Yeah.
you're going to help them.
Yeah,
with
your
the
shitty
ladies.
ass podcast. Nobody wants to fucking watch this. So I was just like, you know what? I will give them a little bit of tips on dating so people will actually have some value to go over to your fucking Patreon. So you and Mike can suck dicks.
Yeah, well, thanks for coming on again there, Gabe.
You guys are kind of gay too because you got wives. So we're not going to get into that, but not very masculine to have wives.
Oh, we're Chads.
Yeah, fucking Chads. Fucking losers.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and get Mike back over here because I've had a good stint of Gabe being in there, and Mike's trying to weasel his way back into his
I
chair
just said
over
now I
here.
gotta get on the no. I gotta get on the hoodie and everything. You know what I'm saying? Because I took it off. Took my hat off too when I went over there. I like to put on the headset that he has over there. You can't wear a hat with that.
Everybody loves hearing you talk while it's an image of me just sitting here.
Well, they got a little bit of a bald head. It's not completely bald right now.
Oh,
but-
and the last one, you just went full bald head into it.
Oh, I don't give a fuck. I'll eventually shave it down. If not shaved it down, you can switch it now.
I know how
Right.
to run the podcast, bruh. I don't.
You do a
I
good
don't
job
need
at it,
guidance.
too.
I don't need guidance.
We do need Gabe's help to get people over to the Patreon, though.
I mean, his dating advice is going to come in clutch for some listeners that don't listen.
And it's premium. So if you want to see some of that dating advice, you can go to patreon.com/
Mike and Dylan.
and get that plus bonus episodes. And who doesn't want bonus episodes of this?
The bonus episodes are solid.
Bonus.
All right. This is submitted by Ricky from Oklahoma.
Who is that? Is that a first time?
I think he's
time
a
writer?
first-time listener, first-time submitter. Husband's fetish has destroyed my desire for him. This is not safe for work.
Oh, nice.
My husband and I are in our 40s, 3 teenage kids. Maybe 3 years ago or so, he started watching hot wife porn.
Nice.
If you don't know what this is, it's where a guy lets his wife have sex with other men, usually while he watches, and the wife really enjoys it. I'm not into this at all. Told him so, and he said, it's okay. It's okay. It's just my fantasy.
Dylan has joined me in puberty.
It's okay. It's just my fantasy. I thought it would blow over, but here we are years later, and he's still into it, and it is incessant. Every time we get intimate, he brings it up. He begs me to try it and gets angry when I keep saying no and hold my ground.
When he's begging her to try it, is he begging her to have sex with another guy?
Yes. He wants her to get banged out by
Listen,
another guy.
who am I to kink shame? But
Well, the thing is,
not my cup, not my problem.
Not my chair, not my
chair.
problem.
There we go.
the big thing is like, it's not like you're wanting her to do something with some other person. She gets the choice of whether she does it. And no matter how much you hound her for it, like that's still her choice. So you just need to shut the fuck up and be happy that your wife still wants to bang you after she finds out that you just want her to get railed out by a bunch of other dudes.
Right. Like, what if your wife was like, well, how about I put this big old dildo in your butt? It's what I like. It doesn't matter that you don't like it, but I should still be able to get to do it. And then the husband's just like, yeah, do that to me.
He probably would.
Yeah, right. Right. I think once you're in the watching your wife have sex with other guys category, you've probably been through some different stuff.
And like, I mean, yeah, I'm not shaming. Like, if that's what you're into and your wife's into it, go for it and like live your life. I think,
Whatever floats your boat, brother.
but your wife says she doesn't want that. So you don't do that. That's like, being like, I really want to have a fivesome with me and a bunch of other women. So you can be there too, wife. And then you just like doing that. Like your wife can leave you and that's completely okay because that's your fantasy. You don't get to tell her whether she sticks around for it.
Right.
And in this, like, ultimately your wife has to then have sex with people and she doesn't want to do that. So you can't force her to. If you want to go see some chick get railed out by other dudes, go get married to a hot wife. But yeah, it wouldn't be me. Like I'm not.
Right,
yeah. There's nothing about my wife with another man that is
That does not fill me with anger. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? I'm not like, I'm angry with a hint of horniness. Like, oh,
No, just anger.
could you imagine like coming home early one day, your wife's with another guy, and you're just like, wow, guys, let me sit down and watch.
Can I just sit in this chair over here?
let me sit here and get a little peek-see to what's going on.
Do you want me to cry and touch myself? He asks over and over again why I won't do, quote, just this one thing for him. He randomly sends me graphic nudes of other men while I'm working, asking, quote, what about this one? And I ignore him
She's getting dick pics of other dicks.
and telling him that she does not want that.
Right.
He'll also sit with me on the bed to scroll through super explicit dating sites asking me to, quote, pick one until I get upset. He'll also download porn of women who look like me saying, quote, see how she enjoys it? Why can't you? Sometimes I cry or get really angry because I'm so frustrated and grossed out. He's yelled at me, called me all sorts of insults, and even threatened to cheat on me or kick me out because I won't cooperate.
What?
Why are you still there?
Why is he threatening to cheat if I'll cheat on you because all I want you to do is cheat on me?
He takes videos without my consent and tells me he won't post them, then pleads with me that, quote,
This might be, we're into like a sickness right now. Yeah, we're in a sickness.
Quote, everybody should get to see you, unquote. Last year, I found a hidden camera in my bedroom, and he said he didn't ask because he knew I'd say no. And still, I'm scared to leave him. I keep hoping this will get better. My self-esteem is absolutely in the toilet, and I cringe whenever he tries to touch me. I just don't want to give up. Like I said, we have kids, but I think I'm going insane because he sees nothing wrong with his behavior. No, you need to leave him, period, because like you should be worried about your kids, and this is unhealthy as fuck. And like your kids should not see this interaction between their father and mother.
Take the cuckolding away, okay? The cuckolding aside, if you're in a terrible fucking relationship, more than anything, your kids deserve to see you happy also.
Yes.
Like, and yeah, it's going to be a little strange at first, but they deserve to see you happy. I don't think this is a situation where, you know, if you got divorced, you know, husband is going to be normal growing up. They're probably going to be like, that's a fucking weirdo.
In this, you need to divorce him, fight for full custody, and get him, like, shouldn't even be fucking weekends and unsupervised visits. Like, he's got a sexual deviancy issue going on. Whatever he wants to do with his life, that's fine. But you and the kids need to not be connected to that at all.
The Gooners got him. Gabriel, did the Gooners get him? Yeah, he's nodding his head.
But, yeah, because in the beginning, him asking and all that stuff, that's fine. Like, you can explore your sexuality with your partner and ask and see where that can go. That's fine, 100% fine. But the second that he's like berating you and telling you that like, oh, I took these videos of you when you didn't, like, no, all that stuff is over the line. Like, he's now crossed over into being abusive with this sexual desire.
100%. Like, he's being predatory.
Yes.
With this. A kink is a kink. And listen, we're not saying, hey, guys, if you got some crazy ass kink, go to your wife with it. I don't know, you might not be able to come back from.
I mean,
but I think there's conversations to be had before.
That's the one person in the world that you should be able to talk about anything with. And you should be able to, like, I mean, the big problem is how hard are you going to push for it? And like, once you start pushing somebody into a discomfort, like some sort of discomfort, that's where you're crossing the boundaries. If you say you want to see her get railed out by 5 guys and she's for it, go for it. But like, if you're saying that and then she says no, and then you're like, well, I got these 5 guys that are ready, like you've crossed the line there.
Do you think there's ever been an instance where a guy was like, man, this is my fetish, I love it so much, and then it happened and they're like, I fucking regret everything?
I guarantee it's happened because it looks good on paper, and like some guys are for it and some guys probably aren't built for it. Like I know for a fact I would not be cool with it, so I'm never going to even suggest anything like that.
Right.
Like I'm like, as much as I like in my brain of like me with my wife and another woman, I'm never going to pull that trigger because like also I'm scared of that. Like it's one of those things of like, I love my wife and I don't want to fuck up our relationship. So I'm not going to actually, on paper, it sounds like a fun fantasy, but in reality, it's probably not going to be that much fun. And then if it causes any sort of emotional detachment between me and my wife, I don't want to risk it. So like, that's not a lottery ticket I'm going to scratch.
Right. It's ultimate net loss. But for other people, like I said, we don't kink shame here.
No,
do you, dog? Do you? If you like to see your wife just get absolutely jackhammered by a mattress long, have at it, bro.
Yeah.
Who are we to judge? They're like, yeah, you're nothing, Mike, because I'm pretty sure you like to get peed on, buddy. I don't have any proof of it yet, and I'm saying I don't. All right, so I'm a master of comedy. God. This is submitted by Fat Thundercat. Thank you for getting this one. I saw this one. It popped up on my notifications. Husband cheated. Therapist says, no moral high ground for 3 months. I feel beyond hurt and abandoned.
I want to know your take on this one.
Okay.
Because I've read this and I have mine.
My husband cheated after 10 years, or my husband of 10 years had an affair. I don't know what I was reading.
You make up your
own story. I know I was reading the husband cheated part. He's in individual therapy, where in couples therapy, he has taken full responsibility for cheating. He said it was completely wrong, cowardly, morally reprehensible,
Reprehensible.
Shut the fuck up. I fucked that one. I botched that. God.
I didn't make fun of you.
I honestly didn't even really get close to the real word. God, you should have done a Mario accent to me doing that. He says he sees how devastating it has been. He says if he had the emotional awareness and reasoning ability he has now, he would have just separated instead of cheating. Okay. And that sentence is like and that sentence destroys me and I feel abandoned. What I hear is if I had been healthier, I would have left you. He keeps saying the affair is 100% on him, but he also says it was a response to being emotionally lonely in a marriage that had already become bad for both of us, not to justify, to understand. Years ago, I had a late-term miscarriage. It destroyed me. I developed postpartum anxiety and rage. I was volatile and I said cruel things sometimes. I was grieving and hormonal and honestly not stable. He tried to support me. I won't take that away from him, but he took everything I said personally. Every emotional outburst became how I was hurting him. I didn't feel given grace. I didn't feel like I was giving grace for the fact that my body and brain were wrecked. I felt like I had to manage his feelings, and that's when I built resentment I never personally processed. I never forgave him for not holding me better during the hardest time of my life. I needed this grace and softness, even if it was hard for him. Then he lost his job. Then his mom died. I wanted to show up for him, but I couldn't get past the internal wall of where was this compassion when I needed it? I was colder than I should have been. I can admit that now, but he cheated. Fuck. Well, this is a terrible situation to be in. Jesus Christ. Our therapist has given us individual exercises on how we can make each other safe again. He has a lot of specific rebuilding exercises like transparency, reassurance, check-ins, empathy work. But the big rule for the next 3 months is no one gets to hold the moral high ground. No, you did this. We both just own our parts in how the marriage deteriorated. The therapist says blame only makes people talk over each other and that accountability right now needs to come from within. She said verbatim, you both seem stuck in your own point of views, and I hate her rules. They feel wrong. It feels like him owning the affair isn't enough if I don't get to hold him accountable for it in real time. But how do you want to hold him accountable? Do you want to leave him?
No, she wants to continuously tell him that we're in this situation because you cheated. You're the reason that we are where we're at. Our marriage is broken because you cheated. Which is
correct, right?
No.
You don't think it's correct?
She specifically said in there that she held the resentment and like when he lost his job and lost his mother and she was not there because she resented him for not being there for her through the loss of the child. So like she weaponized,
I need a time frame on this though.
She weaponized her emotions towards him, and then through that he went out and stepped out on the marriage. Yes, both of those are wrong. And all the therapist is saying is if you guys want to stay together,
right, you can't just live in a perpetual cycle of you cheated.
Because he's not wrong for feeling the way that he did. He's wrong for cheating. You're not wrong for, basically creating that situation, but it caused him to cheat. Like these are two things. Neither one of you are specifically at fault. Yes, both of you guys fucked up. But if you want to fix this marriage, you have to quit blaming each other.
I always smile when I think of jokes. I'm just like, bro, just have her have sex with another guy while you're in the other poster would have got this right. He says it owes it to me to make it right because he cheated. That hurts too. He is very much owning up to how bad it was and everything like that. And I can kind of see where she's like, he lost his job, his mom died, he's been in this very emotional state, and she's being resentful towards him. He's going to find that emotion in somebody else. I just feel like y'all should just break up.
Well, that's the thing is like if you guys want to save the marriage, do the work.
You can't continuously be like, hey, you cheated, even though I know I fucking put you in this terrible emotional place. Both are so in the wrong, it's not funny. I don't want to be chosen because he owes me. I tell him this. He tells me he's sorry, but he's working on shifting the mindset of owing me to actually wanting to do everything because he wants to. And then when he says that in a healthier state, he would have just left. It makes me feel like I was a placeholder, and it makes me feel even more abandoned and alone, even though you're able to recognize that you were being shitty towards him.
Yes.
And now you're not trying to be shitty towards him. You're trying to make everything work. How about just see if it fucking works?
Yeah, there's a line in there at the end that she says.
I've been confiding in my sister. She gave me tough love and said the therapist has actually given us excellent advice. She said if I'm choosing reconciliation, I need to let go of the desire to hold him accountable if he's already given the structure to do so himself by our therapist. That was great. And if I can't live in this structure, then I need to make a decision. I hate this. I want the moral high ground. It feels like proof it was not all on me.
No, it's on both of you.
He crossed the line. I feel confused, heartbroken, defensive, and honestly more resentful since starting therapy.
Because because the therapist said like, hey, you could be at blame too. Like this isn't just he went out and cheated. The marriage wasn't perfect and he went and cheated. Like you are saying 100% that you withheld your love and compassion and support during this time where he lost his mom, lost his job, he's going through something, and you
Purposefully
weaponized your ability to be there for him. And rightfully or wrongfully so, because like that is, like you wish that he was there to support you, blah, blah, blah. That's when both of y'all should have went to fucking therapy before he cheated, but y'all didn't, and you acted like an asshole to him.
Like if you want to break up with him and be like, you cheated for the rest of your life, cool.
Then you're good.
But you want to work things out, so you can't just every single day be like, you're a cheater, you're a fucking cheater, you nasty cheater, you just cheat all the time.
Well, and then he's like, well, you weren't there for me, blah, blah, blah. I was there for you through, and like that's part of it is like you can try to be your spouse's support system, and that's ultimately the goal. But if you need more, go see a therapist. Go work through your shit. Like find that support system, your sister, whatever. Like you can't expect your partner to be everything. And if you need something else, you have to be very verbal about it and like have that communication. Communication is key. But yeah, that one was such a, like by the end, she was like, well, I want the moral high ground. Well, then you don't want to be married anymore.
Right, yeah, just fucking leave him. Good God. Communication saves relations, I can tell. But I can never right my wrongs unless I write them down for real.
Man, you're such a wordsmith.
I am a wordsmith. God, I am such.
It's not like you steal them from anybody else.
Yeah, please, God, don't sue me. Kendrick Lamar. I don't want him to be mad at me anyways. Ugh. See what he did to Drake. Just imagine what he could do to me.
Am I the asshole? Unknown pregnancy miscarried. No feelings.
That sounds so gay, by the way. Just imagine what he could do to me.
Well,
and then the way I worded it too.
We all know what you meant.
Bro, I just went, like, I just shot up from 0 to 100. Like, nobody was expecting that could even go in a gay direction, and I made it like that. So.
Well, we know what you're into.
Specifically Kendrick Lamar, which, look, he got money. He probably knows how to treat somebody.
Am I the asshole? Unknown pregnancy miscarried. No feelings. This is directly written for us.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think I already commented on the Reddit for it, but hey y'all, I feel morally bankrupt by this and want to check in with the populace to see if these feelings are valid. My wife and I do not want children, so much so that I had a vasectomy in October, took the precautions, and was on the last few weeks of the metaphorical spheres running out of stormlight. Well, I guess a bit got through and my wife was pregnant, again, unknowingly, and we didn't prepare at all. Even after the doctor said, hey, there's still some left, come back in March to test again. We never even considered our shenanigans to produce anything. Last week, her period started and she reported a lot of blood. A lot of blood. Pissing blood was the terminology she used. She felt lightheaded, had a headache, super emotional, abnormal, body aches, but she had stuff to do that night and didn't say anything. After all was done, she came home and just came unglued, sobbing and apologizing for not telling me sooner. I drew her a bath and got her towel warmed up because those are the things she likes. I listened. We're cool like that. Like I said, we do not want kids. But where I want to know if I'm the asshole is I do not feel remorse for the miscarriage. I feel bad for getting her pregnant and her having to deal with that mental, emotional, and physical issues that come with the miscarriage, but I do not feel bad at all for the, quote, life we created. Could be that I live in the Bible Belt and I constantly get bombarded with pro-life propaganda, but I feel like I should feel something. Should I feel something? Has anyone had this happen? And I would love the kid, we both would, but our lives are very hands-on already, plus the parental stuff we're working through via therapy. We're just not interested. I don't know. Do I suck for this?
No. Like, you feel the correct emotions. Like, you didn't want a kid, that's why you had a vasectomy. You feel the correct emotions. Like, you feel bad for your wife. That's perfectly okay. If we just found out that my wife was 3 weeks pregnant during a miscarriage, we're not going to be like, no, poor baby. We're going to be like, is my wife okay? Is her health okay? My wife is not going to be like, oh, the baby that we didn't even know was going to be a thing. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I can see how you don't have any emotional attachment towards the blood that your wife is shooting into the toilet.
I disagree on the last part because when a woman gets pregnant, like there is a lot of emotional stuff that comes with it. Did you guys have any miscarriages?
No.
Okay, so yeah, we did before we had my daughter. And so it is like a woman's body basically ramps up into becoming a mother, whether it terminates early or not, like they get all the emotions. So they really do feel like they lost a baby. And so for her, it is 100% real. And all the emotions and all the hormones and everything was going towards that goal. And her losing it does feel like losing a life.
Right.
And so 100%, you are not the asshole because you are only the support system. Yes, you can feel bad about everything that's gone on, but for you, it wasn't real until the moment she told you that it's not.
Yeah, we don't get the hormonal influx.
Yes. And so for you, the only thing you can do is be there in support of your wife because ultimately that's where you're needed. And for her, it might be a wild ride for a little bit because there is all that stuff going on. Her hormones have to shift back to regular pre-pregnancy hormones, which will take a while. And so for you, 100%, you're not an asshole for not necessarily like grieving the child that wasn't born. However, your only goal is to make sure she's okay. And it sounds like you're doing a great job of that. Commend you for that part because that's where you're needed. You're not needed to mourn the loss of the baby. And even if she wants you to like kind of get in that world with her, both of you guys weren't anticipating a kid. You don't have to explain your side. Just, be like, I'm here for you. That's it.
Because I'm saying my wife logically would have been like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, you can't say that until you've been there. Because like it's not, for one thing, you're talking about a lady. So they are more on the emotional side than they are on the logical side. Like for you.
That's right, women.
Like it's true. Like, I mean, but that's part of when her hormones kick in, like it is not just a simple, it was just some cells and, blah, blah, blah. It's not that because their body kicks in all the hormones of becoming a mother again, then kick in again. And so they do feel like they lost, which scientifically they did. Like, I mean, it's a loss. And so their emotions are going to ride a lot higher than just logic. Like, oh, missed my period. Like if it got to the point where that was like a month or two in, she thinks that she's pregnant. Like there is something to that more than just the logic behind, oh, we lost some cells that were possibly going to turn into a kid.
I'm just talking about there's a large percentage of women who are pregnant. They don't want the kid. Like they're upset that they're pregnant. They're angry that they're pregnant.
Because of the inconveniences of their life and all that other stuff.
Right.
However, it's still like, I'm talking from experience, and that's
we're
I'm
correct. I cannot negate your experience, but I'm just saying there is true. That's all true off my chest right there too. What the fuck just happened?
Lost your camera.
Oh God, my
good
camera's not the volume camera, is it?
No, everything goes through the board.
But look, we're talking about women's bodies, so this is a good place to wrap up, right?
Well, I mean, we're not talking about women's bodies. We're talking about a partnership where they had a miscarriage. Like it is two people that come into that. It's not just one. But.
Right. But I'm just talking about as the guy's point of view, which I can give because I'm a guy. But
yeah, and I can give because we went through this as a couple, and I'm telling him
correct.
Exactly.
Yeah, just be there for your wife. Switch it to your camera so it doesn't switch it back to the blank screen.
Well, I mean, you're giving the wrong take. That's why it cut your camera.
Yeah, that's right. It cut my take. I was like, you gotta stop. Yeah, I'm an unlockable character now.
All right, y'all. Well, we'll go ahead and wrap it on that. And we appreciate you listening and we love you.
And we'll see you next time.
Later.